And before we get back, I just want to point this out and sorry about this whole technology situation again. We had to restart this again and enjoy the show, so you guys will love it.
Untold in the realm of heroes, our tales unfold. Season 4's here screaming through the mighty heroes rising without a care. So nation lives to test us brand new. We bring the epic straight to you. We are the voices of the brave and bold. Echoes and legends, join the chorus, shout it loud and clear. Heroes, season 4 is here. The voices of the brave and bold. Echoes of legends like more than gold. Those legends with more
What's up, guys? How's everything going there? Welcome back into another podcast again. And before I want to start this up, I'm very sorry about what is going on in this thing. Maybe it was coming to me, and as the day my mic is going off, I had to unplug this thing, and so yeah, I'll explain you afterwards. But welcome back to another podcast of Mighty Heroes Season 4, Episode 23. So, how's everybody doing today? I am Ken. Good, man. I also shout out to our members right now. Good. It's all good. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Dark Bonkar Warrior, what's going on? And we got these two brothers again. Yeah, long story short, I will make it really long story short. This thing that I accidentally unplugged this, the mic's going on, and this thing keeps it. I thought this thing beeping or ringing or whatever. And I accidentally unplugged it. It takes me like 10 minutes to get the less than 10 minutes. Oh, not doing this 10 minutes, but this thing keeps messing up, and I was very stressed out to get this podcast for you guys. But I am happy back again. This thing keeps messing up again, but I'm just me a couple minutes to get this thing set it up again. Unplug it, and then plug it back in and turn on the mic, and it doesn't come on. The camera keep messing up. I'm trying to get this thing on the accessories, so. But now this thing comes on, and anything is settled here, so. That's why I came here for you guys, so. Sorry about this, because we had these technology issues again. So, yeah. That's what is going on with this thing. And another reason. Check and see how is everybody doing today. So, shout out to you guys. The reason why you guys are the best because you guys support it for Mighty Heroes content for yourselves. So, let's get started. So, yesterday, I was very stressed out because of. Actually, 2 days ago, I was very stressed out because originally I was supposed to get this thing finished really fast this time, and this thing keeps messing up. My iPod keeps messing up, and that's literally deleting it right now. So I don't know what's going on. What's going on? I got a son. I forgot to do this in April, so I will make it a video about this going on. A lot of business going on. Sweeping day. Let's make go. What's going on? I know one of my friends is not, so he has to stay focused. It's very important. Is to stay smart. And also, shout out to you guys because you guys are the best. Nothing really important there. Well, fat. We're gonna be talking about some really cool stuff tonight. So being more on my body swing referring me out because of the Doritos and trolls. Oh yeah, these buttheads right now. I know how you feel, man. These toxic people. I really don't know what's going on. Beth, you want to come over there and play still? Send you a link. You can come over there and have fun. Guys want to be over there? This podcast. Please do. If you're streaming directly from YouTube, I swear people pop out like this crazy. Yeah. Sorry, my camera's all messed up. If you stream directly from YouTube, I swear people is popping out like crazy. Yeah, mostly it was 1 second ago 6. Now it's 4 actually. Well, 2 of them is actually my buddies of mine from work is actually watching on. And one of them is actually Keno in there. I don't know who it is. And you probably in there. And probably you. I know you in there. But it also connect with other platforms, social media like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And then you stream it on there, whatever. But it connects over there to get more views and stuff. More views, more likes. I'm Icon streaming again. Why's that? My cameras keep messing up again. Man, okay, my camera's messed up again. Alright, we'll just start again. Let's put this directly for this camera. I'm seeing real people. Oh! Well, long story short, I will have to tell you this. 2 of them is. Long story short, 2 of them is actually buddies of mine, and they had disability. But like I said, Sky, if you want to come over there, I will probably have to tell you the reason. But one person's actually fans. Disney Dynasty, some of you probably know them. Dark Particle but weird. It's pretty freaking. I know. Sometimes it is. Sometimes this is really it is. Alright, I'll be right back, you guys, if you want to chat for a bit. I gotta turn this darn once off. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I had to turn this thing off because of this alarm that my older brother didn't set it up, or no, it's mom's, not me, or is it my brother's? I don't know. Anyways, stick with the topic. So last week he's coming over there for the summer, and that's 1 month, and I can't wait. So, Ranger stuff is coming up on the 12th through the 15th, and I think it's on Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, like I said, this thing caught me such a while ago, and then I had to set this up because of this technology. But it's now settled there. But let me tell you guys something. Atlanta, Georgia, Florida is coming up next month. No, sorry. I would join, but I want out. Oh my. Okay, but it's all good. It's all good. Good news. I got 110 and only 90 left. Sorry. Let me face it one more time. Good news. I got 110 subscribers. Only 90 left to go. Wow. Good drink, man. Good. Nice. The Atlanta, Georgia is coming up. Let's hear that you guys know. Austin was here, but he was saying something about. But yeah, he told me about last week. Everybody's just going over there. $5.10, not one. I never said 110. I said 5 for crying out loud. 5. I always forget me. That's the way I am. Disability. Again, people had disability. Again, that's the way I'll talk because I had disability. Anyways, who's that over there? We got Dark is in the house. But Mercy, he was scared. Yes, and again, and you guys didn't know, I had disability. And this has to be a true fact. That's the way I am. Understand, Butter. Thanks for understanding. So, Ranger Stuff is on June 12th. That's what the Power Rangers cast members, What's the Ring Rangers is coming up next month. We've been trying to get these actors over there to our podcast because we want to do a special for you guys, and I want to do for these guys too. So it's coming up, so I'm going to start making these videos pretty soon. But a deaf people likes, well, perverting is pretty difficult. Yeah. Actually, I have a few friends that's actually deaf. Well, speaking of true deaf person, I have a few of them is actually deaf, and they had to learn sign language. Anyways, we see what we got here. I'm starting to Lost, and the Carnival Honk shows it was great. Yeah, I haven't watched and Carnival years ago. and it's pretty mysterious. Now I did watch Incredible Hulk movies for the 2003 version that my friend who is actually a biggest fan of the Hulk all the time. And again with this camera. I didn't have my guitar today. Thankfully, I learned sign language myself. Awesome. A lot of people does that too. They learn sign language so they can translate what it means. So there's a lot of stats online that they can translate what people means. Or understand. So shout out to ABO. He's up with this episode of his Underdrawn somewhere. Yeah, this is really years later after Scott take the lead as the Red Ranger, and now he's also command, but on a year 2029. And I know it's kind of weird for Burden, but still Burden. Type or Nate we. Let's see. But yeah, this do you guys didn't even notice this? The audio drawing that he's working on is called SPD New Rangers. And shout out to him, ABO and Gene and them. Just from Justin Cruz. I really loved that episode, and I can't wait to watch it again. So hopefully, if they could, my advice for them, if they could put sound effects on that, like they did in the audio dramas, and they really did. Trust, then the fans will actually love it. So even though it's all looking good, even though the storyline is actually pretty good, decent, the suit and design just actually looks pretty awesome that they come up with, and they told me an IBO calling this is actually is perfect. So shout out to him, go check him out, and I will send you this. So you can go check him out. This on your drama thing. This is really epic story. So he's working on it. I'm thinking about the way they paid a tribute for JDL is maybe bringing instead of White Assen. Yeah, it could, and I don't know if you guys didn't notice this. I didn't want to believe it at first, but he really started hate. He really hate War Dragon. I was pretty shocked, but now I was wondering and curious why they actually had him to come up with this idea was War Dragon. If he really hates War Dragon, then why they actually came up with that instead of for them to call him something that's cool to upgrade itself, to power it up, to having a disability to something. I don't know. It's actually a true fact because it's like no. If he hates, I don't know, because it's all started with Mr. Winnie the Pooh. I didn't want to believe him first, but I was really curious and shy at first, maybe almost a year or two, 3. But now I do because of what these people would actually done, and I'm blaming Battinson. Now I'm blaming them. People do it to sink money for money, and it's true. They did. They literally does. They literally does because I understand his business, but if you try to treat the fans and the actors, it's really started to vex me. And I think we need to start making about why Saban is doing this right now. Saturday. I don't know when. Yo, and like I said, Saturday get here if you want to come. I know you're not gonna come, don't want to come if you want to, but Saturday if he wants to come over there. It was originally supposed to be movie years channel, but since I wanted to make it for 10 o'clock, well, it's actually I'm gonna point it out at 9 because of how they actually done it with Saban. But yeah. But the point is, get to the top of the point is, they never give us everything that we actually wanted. And yes, that's Saban. Because we're still talking about Saban. And I'm going to talk. And I almost forgot Swing. So y'all can come and have this discussion. Yes. But I'm going to start making about this at 9 o'clock. Because of what Saban actually done, because we had no idea as to why I was pretty shocked in this moment. First I started in this true. They didn't want to believe it as a kid. And I thought he was good as a kid. But when I think about it all these years, it's all started with Mr. Winnie the Production. I think Paramount buy all Saban projects and reboot them to including them in the new universe. Yeah, they should. It would have been a great idea if they do. Because for me, I'm personally wanted MGM. Well, not for these projects. They can still buy it. But for me, I would have from when I'm doing a YouTube series, I would have had MGM and Paramount working together with my projects. A part of this franchise of Jedi's universe that I'm working on in one essence. But that was over there, it would have been good. But for me personally, I'm actually an MGM fan, by the way. I've been thinking about it ever since I was a kid. But Paramount, yes, I totally respectfully and agree with you. Your opinion on that. Instead of Saban let them Wells Furry. Yes! That's exactly because Saban Saturday get here. I'm gonna set this time out like 9:30. Saturday at 9:30. We're all gonna have a really serious conversation. Why that one? Hasbro's making Tommy Massimo over being Hasbro Plus instead of bad choice. It should have been the worlds that Jason they want to give to the fans. Thank you. That's a good point because Jason Deborah Franks never worry about money. He cares and get them for free for doing. He always make the fans happy. If it was me, I would actually get these kids and the fans they actually want it, man. Just like my friend, when me and Abio has been talking about this other day, he always get these fans the way he wanted because we learned so much about him. Get these fans as we wanted. This is the reason why he is reasonable guy of all times that we are biggest fan of that he cares about the fans a lot. And he always do. He's like a family to us. That we learn so much from him. Not only for him, but the others too. But Hasbro, yeah, we still need to talk about Hasbro. And I remember the other day that I had an interview with Movie University about Hasbro stuff and talk serious stuff. I should have done it like Saturday. I should have asked them what day it is and just a sense and But he did came over there doing that. I don't know. I should have just told him that what day at what time. Cause I know it's Saturday. I shouldn't have. If I would have known this sooner, like Saturdays, I would have actually had him what day at what time. Cause like 9 o'clock, 9:30, 9:10 o'clock. Cause I can stay no night. But the point is, I'm very upset. But what these people, what this company did, because I always wanted a cosplay for years. For 10 years, I actually wanted a cosplay so bad. Just like the actors were. Well, they should have let them keep their cosplay. That's the only issue that I don't even like. Even though they did make mistakes. But Brian, on the other hand, he is actually another legend of all times. He actually cares about the fans too. He's more like Jason F. That's another JDF too. He's like more like him too. That keeps the companies safe. But a year before JDF died, that was 2021. He died, and Jason David Franks died a year after Brian, who is actually the CTO for Hasbro, so rest in peace. Great. But he is going to be so mad if he sees this right now, and I think he is Ghostly Man. But if he was Weezy, imagine if he was Weezy here right now, and he would have never allowed him to sell these suits. He actually would have had these people for my penguins. Here's my penguins I'm going to give them. And I've been saying this multiple times. He should have had somebody to make a cosplay. And they should have done few things. They should have done few instead of one, instead of them selling it. They should have done few things. They should have make a cosplay say instead of worry about money. Make the wide poster, size in the helmet, the costume suits, the props, everything. Make lowest cheap price. And second, they should have give the credits for this cast members and let them have the suit. Actually, they should have let we make the suits, helmets, and give it to them the way they deserve for the credit for us. That's what they should have done. That's second thing. The third thing they should have do is make some extra one. No, scratch that. That's what we asking. The last thing they should have do is I'm trying to think. The last thing they should have done is this should have done is make the cosplay, make it a big museum. For you too. Stupid thing. Why did this thing keep doing it? Apparently, it was sold the lesson for Sunlight and Movie Fan Channel. Yeah, he's still gonna do that too. It was supposed to be April too, but changed it to June. I wish it did, and again, I understand, and I'm not blaming the guy for that one. People, and again, people is busy a lot, so. But don't worry, I'm gonna make it a stream for you too. So I'm gonna make it a stream for this month too, about why Simone doing this or whatever. It was supposed to be come by today, but he said it's June 7th. I'm gonna check that out. Oh god, if it was today, then I gotta cancel it. Sunday. I'm gonna check. That's today. No, Sunday. It is Sunday. Alright. I think you got to miss the whole day to mess up, but it was originally supposed to be coming on April. He changed it to June. He changed it to June. But it is, I don't know. If you look on the calendar, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Not Sunday. It's Saturday. You got the you got the days mixed up. It's actually Saturday. But don't worry. I'm gonna make one for you guys too. Everyone always hates Saban. But yeah, get to the topic about Saban again. And we're gonna talk about this every day until everybody understands, cause I'm gonna call, and I just know it's not you guys, I'm gonna call one few other people for don't understanding it, and they always blaming these actors and dang the money skin, but they gotta understand that we're trying to deal with it. And I remember the other day there was been talk about seriously about what's going on with Saban. And Saturday I'm gonna start making it too, cause this is getting ridiculous, you know. You're right, it's Sunday. Saturday, not Sunday. You got the days mixed up. Well, you're mispronouncing, I think. It's all good, I did it too. And, woo. Easy now. Stupid thing. Yeah, my computer is acting up again. It was a double tone, yeah. I'm gonna do that for today, but 31 days until June. But I'm gonna schedule this why we don't like Simone very much too. Cause it's all started before I met you guys. It's all started with Mr. Winter Production. I didn't want to believe it at first. Years ago. Way before I met you guys. I have his fucking news that he telling the truth about that, and then what I went, and that's what I will wasted, and I started realize why it sucks, why the movie sucks, because it's going on behind the scenes, and when I find out and realize who it is, it was him. That's me the reason why that I started to hate this dude, because of he betrayed these actors. I was shocked, but I know it's actually true. This guy is actually being some stupid stuff. What he really did with these actors, and I remember you told me about what actually done. Power Rangers, Super Rangers. And I remember that Michael, the one who plays Wally, and I remember the one who plays Wily, Michael Trumber. I started Willways and Hector. I started Willways too, so shout out to him. You know, years ago, I didn't want to believe him and want them to come and get inside but that one I got with. But now, I'm a reasonable person that really start to realize that why they left and why I wanted them to spoke up because of Saban. He wants some change and stuff, and it was with me before. It's going to show to Saban. It was originally supposed to be. I really wanted to be MGM or Universally. That was only that I wished for instead of Disney. All because of Binocular. Turbo has the best ending. Turbo Ranger has the best ending. And I remember seeing that just couple times. It was really good. I even seen their transformation and all that, the storylines. But it was actually the best Sentai of all times. I love watching that one. Wife Man. I remember watching Wife Man years ago, and I remember that I want that toy very bad. That's why people actually discovered before me. But I started realize that the Power Rangers actually was used to Japanese villains for a reason. But again, they should have used the fight scenes like them. But like it for me, I'm gonna do inspired by it and adopting to Jetix heroes to teaming up with Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, X-Men, Spider-Man, and all that. The Jan eating. The Jan is eating. Jan eating part is better than yeah, it's very true. Very true. Yeah, we'll get one tomorrow. If people will send has to be that one, I'm gonna ask my connect. Anyways, I have whites in this community. It's way more different than you guys workers. Let's see. Freddy going against Squad Craftsman. What is going on, man? I'm doing good. My boy, I'm glad you graduated. You know. Just hope you good luck. I know, Saban was always inverting everything. You know, as a kid, I didn't even know about this whole thing until years later on. And when I found out he did this weird stuff with these people, and like I said, this is all started with the movie. Not the movie Years Sooner. I know the movie Years Sooner. That was before him. It's all started with the Winnie Production, Mr. Winnie Production channel, and I watch his videos about all the times. I'm glad you're doing great. Glad you're doing fantastic, man. I did it so many times. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's all started with Mr. Winnie Production, and like as a kid, I didn't want to believe people at first, but when I started to realize years later on and find out what is going on behind the scenes, that's what quiz was Hank Saman. And when I find out that he really did these actors dirty, that's what it makes me curious about this dude. The one that cares about why did he say. If I would have knew that about this whole thing, it was Saman all along, I would have never. I would have had to start blocking this. But not only that, he thinks he's going to win anything, but he's not. Not this thing, because next thing we hear for him wants to do is buy the franchise again, and we don't want him to do it. And I'm going to be honest with these people. I had to disagree with some of these people. Well, not for you guys. Me and Sky and the movie universe, LBT and all of them, Austin. We all knew that. But the one that they shouldn't know, they gotta understand that we're talking about because what we're trying to do. And I'm starting to hate it. Saban's killing Kamala in US. Yeah. I just can't believe it. Like, Matt, it's all started with Matt Sweater. Like, he is so cheap. Like, everything that this guy did is so cheap. And I always thought about this a long time ago that we want a crossover with Dino Charge, Dino Thunder, Mighty Morphin, and I'm getting really, and I'm not hating on the Mighty Morphin. I just don't like the fact that the Neo Saban when he put, and only reason that I called it Neo Saban because Nickelodeon, for example, that's because of that. Only reason they call it Neo Saban because of the Nickelodeon. They rehashed it, but they put this on Nickelodeon and make that show. But before this one, and I would have on MGM or Universal because again they would have been a lot more better than Saban does if one of these two companies 15 years ago. Yeah, 15 years ago. They should have bought it 15 years ago. And the franchise would have been great. The franchise, the storylines, the fight scenes, everything should have been so much better if they care about the franchise and bought the franchise of the budget and they started filming it. Instead of Saban. That's all. If I would have knew that years ago, then I would have been unhappy and then be curious why that is on Nickelodeon in the first place and who's the guy behind it and behind the scenes. And now I knew that. The collaboration between mutants and some reason because of the burn. Paimon. Yeah, I remember seeing that years ago. I used to like it as a kid, and now I realize when I went to the Movies channel, and now I started realize that it is kind of crazy, but it would have done at least done more. But like for me, I'm doing a crossover with Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, X-Men, and all that. What Saban did, and Meanie Man. Yeah. But it's getting so dumb that they want to choose something good instead of a little bit half dark. They should have kept it that way if it wasn't for these parents. One, I wish mom, the dads would have been and were at and see how they feel. Cause if I was a father, I would have told them, moms, listen, you can't stop. That's what I would have told them. For example. And that's the biggest issue for this one. Like, I'm really starting to hate this way now. But, and I remember you told me about this other day that Saban was supposed to buy the Teenage Ninja Turtle suits for that one, but Yeah, that's really sucking. And I like the way they really make some point out for really stuff. What happens to part of Dart Center body? I don't know. That's a good question because I'm really trying to figure it out. If we ask some of these fans or some of the like DSR or all that, cause nobody actually explain what is going on with this body. All I do know is Turbo in space. That's why I'm figuring it out. I'm trying to figure out what's happened to the body, cause all I do know is in Wizardini in there. The OG, the original Teenage Ninja Turtles of the 90s. Yes. Even though I wasn't even in the 90s, but I think my family members and my brother was. But the 2000s, I was in it because I was born 2002. 2002. Teenage Ninja Turtles 2000s. And that's the Onisu. And I want to shout out to him to coming up. I mean, next time, probably Saturday, this weekend, get here. We're gonna talk about Saban. Very much. I love to have the movie theater in there, even though he is busy. But we're still gonna talk seriously crap about what's going on behind the scenes with Saban, because this is driving me insane. The suit. The suit would been we knew, but no, Saban is another idea to make it bulky. Yes, and again, he should have bought the franchise. He should have bought the soup. He should have bought the soup. He should have it, and it would have been so much perfect. And he is the greediest glance of all time. That I realize everything that why the show got really worse in season 3 between season half and the second half season 2 through season 3 got worse, or anyways it got worse too through that one because of Saban. Not only that, just should have buy it and we making them. He should have remaking them. Had these people remaking them suit for the Teenage Ninja Turtle suit, and the shows would have been so much good if he should have buy it. But he wants to make his own turtle. The only person, and sorry, let me rephrase it. The only person he should have bought it and make this muscle thing up, he shouldn't have done it. Instead of making into yeah, I had to disagree with that one, but yeah. But again, MGM, yeah. I had to disagree with her on that one, but again, it was Saban. I'm gonna really Saban. He is really, but I do respect your opinion. But again, Saban is actually cheap, and they would. But I do remember that part. Just think about it. No, the first one was not disagree on that one, but the second one they shouldn't have. But even I had to cut his notes. They should make a lot of money doing that one. But again, Saban, the guy should have been in. Saban should have been got in trouble. First of all, he should have got in seriously safe trouble because the way he did it, cheater. Like the guy is cheater very much. Like he's a cheater that he can win anything and be the boss and the control around. Like, thank goodness that he didn't want it this time, because it's never going to happen again. Even the movie fans would say it's the white. No. Yeah. It's the white movie, man. I love how people chat and forget to leave and wait for the host. Yeah. You know, sometimes you get the point for that one. But this is the reason why when companies bought franchise and trying to do this for the fans and just like Power Rangers, like Saban, they always promise us that this is gonna make it better. But Neo Saban, oh man, I just can't believe that I should have known this a long time as a kid. If I really knew that, man, I would have been furious and curious and shocked about know whose idea is this. Because again, I was only a kid then, and now I realize that. No, I do. As a kid, I don't think he was stupid, and I didn't realize from before, but now I do, because the way he disrespect and, well, like I said, it makes me want to curious whoever this stuff is, cause. And the problem is when somebody's trying to get him idea for JDF and few other ones. And yes, he's always been a cheap seat on cheap state. Cheap state. That's a joke. It's a joke. Cheap steak. But I don't know about Hasbro. The same day I'm gonna serious about Hasbro. Yeah, I know. Hasbro's takeover, and they went on their they went out there, and their movie was screwed up because of Saban. And I totally agree, because the 2017 movie is sucks. Look, I had to disagree with Ace about this. He had no problems with that, but still, I disagree. But I gotta agree with you on that one, Scott, because again, 2017 movie, and I'm sorry I had to disagree on that one too. But it has seriously dumb problems, man. I don't like the way they really done to this movie, and I gotta agree with, and what are like you guys like that I agree to, and I remember we all talk about the 2017 movies the other last year. Because of this guy behind the scenes, like the movie, sure, gotta understand what is going on behind the scenes if they want to know the truth about why the movie should have been done differently, and why they we all hate it. 2017 has perfect movies, but was scribbled for mostly the skin. And again, this should have been done differently. And I'm sorry to say this too for Lionsgate. But my honest opinion, if somebody who's actually director for Paramount, again, I don't today's role. I like the previous logo. I want my better to down some logos alike. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed, man. I'm great. I'm great too. Because all stuff would never happen. But here's my point, my opinions I'm gonna give you to you guys. Or MGM, if it was one of these three companies, if it was one of these three that actually had director who was Power Rangers, who is the director that actually cares a lot as much than these dumb director, and I, not to mention, Saban has trying to ban JDF. And I've been watching the other day because I'm gonna be honest, and I want to come to this truth because they both have legacy, but they shouldn't know how they feel about it. Like relationships, like Saban, like one of these days, because he should have been so much trouble the way he did a long time ago. And he called JDF a helmet head. Are you serious right now? And he's trying to dare to call him a helmet head. And I don't like the way that Saban that's literally calling him helmet. It really makes me. And I spoken out about this thing too. Shout out to Winners and also Mr. Winter Production. Even the 90s movie, it make it so more than 2017 because it's magic. It is. The 2017 is no match, and I'm gonna have to disagree some of these people, and I agree with you guys too. I agree, but I have to disagree with some of these people over there somewhere with this 2017 movie, and it also sucks too. 90s is actually better than the 2017, even though the graphic and stuff and all that was different back in the day because when we I wasn't even there in the 90s, but you guys were because the graphic, the workings behind the scenes is actually different. It was hard to get the waste for them that time. That's the difference between the 90s, people who go up in the 90s that live on the 90s, than as versus we are today. People who live today. It was different back in the day. And I don't know why they actually make him a bug, man. Did the problem is they didn't do enough research, and I don't like the way. And he looks like the Zords as look like a spider, Master Spider from 2017 or Master Bug for 2017 or Master Ant. He looks like a freaking bug for real, for freakers. Like, this is joining me with the scenes for this one. And I don't even know why they actually made this dinosaur. Well, it's not dinosaur, it's actually an ice ace sword. But I don't know why they made this particular sword look like a bud. Instead of for them to did a lot of research on that and make it look like a actual sword in the original series. It has four legs, not a link. Well, it's like, you know what? We never had a bug for. You know what? We never had a bugs for Power Rangers that's may work for a new, so. If they done right, if they made it swords right, well, if they're done right, if they done really right, instead of them was and did some water weight shorts and that, focus on the original storylines or everything, martial arts, romance, everything, and get story, you don't put a pressure and put in genders. If they does that way, then you got your sort of franchise. If they care about the fans of the friends, and if they want this short way, and they cares about it a lot, that's the only way trying to. Simple. Simple to. Simple to. Beat the voice. Or we are into something big. Yeah, one of these people. Well, that's if it works, but it will be in the future. But that's a great point. But the reboot they are starting to work on, it's gonna base it on Mighty Morphin, inspiration on Mighty Morphin. But I rather prefer the dinosaurs a lot. Well, Power Rangers, because Mighty Morphin is recognized franchise. Mighty Morphin is actually recognized franchise that people who go out watching on and see the shows, if they can do that, then it's a big hit and fans would have loved it. But again, but similar for that one, it would have been worth for the future. Did you hear about the new Brennan's Tucker Sartu show? No, I didn't know. I mean, I did see, but I never seen this Tucker Sartu before, like this one. I had to look this up. Wait on. Alright, let's see if I can look this up. Power Rangers Beta Force. Oh my goodness, for real. Wait, that was actually my idea. Like, I came up with that years ago. Beta Force. And I'm gonna be really straight and honest. Beta Force is actually from my idea, and I'm the one who actually came up with that 2 years ago. I don't know, you guys didn't notice that, but I literally came up with that 2 years ago before I met you. I thought I made it at some time. I thought it up myself. So what time think? What do you think? I don't know. I didn't even watch the show, but I don't know. It depends if they're gonna give us the information and give us a teaser or what. That's what I'm trying to figure out something. Or Power Rangers Beetle Knights. Either one. But Beta Force is actually my idea because I came up with that 2 years ago when I started making fan films. Look, fan logos. I meant fan logos. Like, people been making fan logos a lot, and I remember as a kid that I seen people did fan logos a lot, and I wanted to do that when I get older. Now I got this app, and I make Power Rangers fan logos. But Beta Force is actually king for me. But I think Power Rangers Beta Knights sounds better. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Beta Knights really sounds really phenomenal, better than this one. And I should have come up with that. I don't know why I should have come up with that years ago. Going 2 years ago. I don't know why I should have thought about this 2 years ago. Because I was working on this project years ago before I started this whole community. This is way before I met you guys. Well, this is 2 years before I met you guys. And I was stressed out. I was working so much harder with this thing. But it would have been really work. If Hasbro can make it, we are done with that. I'm gonna be serious honest with you. Hasbro would never give us anything ever since the guy died. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the sweetly truth fact. What is going on behind the scenes? Like, they promised us last year, and I don't know if you noticed that, but it's actually true. Like, me and the movie fan been talking about this other day. If you want to go look at it, I mean, me and movie fan been talking about this other day. Like, last year, almost last year, about what's going on with it. As well, like last year, cause Hasbro been promised us, and I would. Hasbro's been promised us anything. Armor should make it for us instead of Hasbro. And I'm gonna be honest, I was very upset because I want MGM to buy it, because you know me, I'm actually a huge, biggest fan of MGM. I've been MGM fan since I was a kid, and I've been MGM our entire life. Well, not Louis, but MGM. That's why I'm a huge, biggest fan of MGM, because that's the way. If you ask my friend, he could tell you anything. That if we had connected with him. And I I'm telling you, companies has promised us, they broke our promise. The problem is, that's what happened last year or 2 years ago, and I'm blaming that one guy because of Chris Cott. Chris Cott is the new currently CDO now. I don't like them. The previously CEO would never done that, because ever since Brian Gordon died, the last CGO, who is actually the best of all times and care about the franchise and the fans, the company got really downhill. And the new guy, Chris Clark, and I didn't realize that, and find out was he lied all along. Not only that, he literally lied to the fans, and this makes me want to. It's making available. Why did he keep doing this right now? Cause it doesn't make no sense. Like, I literally spoke up, and I'm going to start making this thing ran on too about it. Cause ever since always breaking promise. Like that time, like last year when the CTO who walked the Pollins was that more than the current CTO they have. Actually, yes, Brian Guardian. The guy named Brian Guardian is the CTO. He is actually a full-time fan. I should have got touched with him years before he passed, man. I was late. I should have got touched with him years ago. I should have met the guy or something before this one. And I'm being honest, the corporate people who was in it doesn't really care about that. Who was in the people who was in corporate people who was in it didn't really get, and sort of Chris Cott too. That's the only incident that we have from last year is people sell some soups. Why? Hasbro's too late on buying it. Came too late on buying it. Yeah, because if they haven't been so make this stuff really worse like that, none of this stuff would have happened. We would have got everything it would happen for them, especially with Chris Clark. And Investment Group or whatever, that's what they get. If they haven't been so suits for the fans like us, instead of doing 4 ways why would we Pacific to get to them, what's it to my faults about this one? Then they should have thought of it, but they literally hate my ideas, man. They literally not only made but few people. Only every fans that we're trying to get them on ideas for this one. And they don't care. They really don't care what we specifically telling them. Like, they don't realize that we're trying to care. We get them advice. We get them anything. We need Power, aka MGM by Power Ranger, and all partners by Saban. You mean Hasbro, but Saban. That's what you. I was so mad because I was about to make a video the other day and go bananas because I want MGM to love Power Rangers for real. I'm really not joking. But even though I really expect their opinions about that, because even though yeah, you mispronounced that wrong again. Yeah, you mispronounced it wrong again. It should have been someone. But again, the topic is I'm gonna start making a video again because MGM Paramount did they work together with some movies. Almost every some movies that they did. I was pretty upset. But if they work together and buy certain things, including the YouTube series that I've been working on, it's a big hit. And I wanted my friend to contact. I'm trying to get my friend to contact him. I want him to contact them so we can get MGM and Paramount. And I really want to have him in it to get a connection with MGM and Paramount and universally. So we can show them how much we care about the fans a lot. All we care, it's not about the money. It's the characters, what skills they do, talented, everything. Care about the fans is one thing, but the one is the left. If they had talented, if the people that really talented and train them very hard, then you must have to be, then you would must be having people actually respectful about the franchise. That's all we care about is the fans. Like JD David Friends always said, he loves the fans. He always cares about the fans. This is the reason why the legacy is always been continued because of him. The guy himself is Avery cares about them. But Paramount and MGM would have bought it. And Paramount almost bought it thanks to Hasbro being cheap. Look, they started acting like Saban again. I'm gonna be truly, and that's facts. That's really true. Another Saban. All because of Chris Cole. All because of Chris Cole. And that's the reason why I don't trust them anymore. Because they lie. They literally lied to me and said they're gonna come over there. couple of years ago. And Paramount would have booed everything. If they worked together with MGM with my short films and get it connected with my friend too, then we'll be the number one at this over time. Beta Force, Mystic Knights. Oh no, sorry, I can't wait out there again. Mystic Knights, Mass Sweater, VR Troopers, Kamen Rider Dragonite has a Master Redemptor Will. Yeah. Well, Beta Force has the best seasons of season 1, but 2, they would still kept their powers instead of them being their powers be destroyed. And they should have had an more fight scenes. That's the problem. I don't understand why Saban is being so cheesy very much. Like, listen to these folks instead of you listen to the instant. Like, we all want some action right now. Like, we should have had the tip on the way. And still, we would have had that. And if it wasn't for the companies, then we would have had the tip of the way to get the franchise that actually give us what we want. See some more action, more fight scenes, more good line story. That's the point. And maybe put some legitimate comments on that, but not a lot. Even though I do love comments and keep cheesy stuff, but not too much. A little bit. Maybe put some of that, but not a lot. Because you're gonna have some kids to watch that. But again, they were still gonna be used to it if they're not gonna be worried about the violence. Then it would have been good. Because again, as a kid, I watched martial arts a lot. As a kid, I must have won. Give me 1 second. Oh, one button. One button. There we go. There we go. Now you guys hear me now. I think the reason why they lost their powers because of their comments. That's why. Oh, okay, that's true. Okay, now I understand it. That's why they lost their powers, because it's in the comic books. Not why. No, I definitely know why. I forgot to put my microphone. Oh, forget it. Anyways. There we go. Now I know why. Now I understand why. Because it came from the comic book. If they should have used it in the comic book, then why they should have used it in all series? Like Turbo, for example. Like, they should have used it and they should have known about it now. But only problem is that we got live and with Cliff winning on the final season 2 episode. There's 3 more seasons. Yeah. And what season of that? Because there's only issues that we could have got. Or maybe they should have worked on the comic books and used them. And they should have, and the shows would have been better. The episode would have been so much better if they can just use it for once and just use them fight scenes. They should have used it instead of you changing it up. What is the big garbage deal, man? What is the big deal? I don't understand. That's the only issue I don't even like. That we should have got that from the first place. the fifth season of the final. Um, we should have gotten it anyway in the first place, because that's always been a hiccup, all because of Saban. Wait. Always, again, Saban has been worse ever since day one, and I always should have known that, and now I realize that the guy is really cheap. He should have actually. And I'm glad one person, like my friend Abel, shout out to him, gave this guy the autograph to Gene. A real autograph from a signature, for a real signature by him, JDF. Just like Snowville is helping us. Oh, I haven't been watching in a while, but I remember the podcast that one of these fellas in the podcast been saying about what is going on behind the scenes, because producers, man, it's not the actors' fault, but I think producers should be ashamed of themselves, whoever they are. It was 4 more seasons. That's kind of crazy. They should have done it from the beginning, instead of for like Superman. Like Clark's beginning should have done it in Superman, instead of them wait till 4th season over. But producers cut down Logan. Cut it to Logan. This is crazy. Cause I remember in a like a year ago that, I don't know if you see the podcast that the cast members from Snowville had a podcast, and they say something about it. I forgot what it is, but they've been saying something about this Lucy Virginia or whatever, and behind the scenes is going on. I had to show you because I think the cast member had a podcast that they've been doing it since the beginning. Tim Rhodes. Just like Dragon Ball Z. Now I remember as a kid, but I didn't actually notice that at the time, because I was only a little kid. Because if I already knew this, but it was messed up, like I know now, man, I would be super furious by now. Just like Dragon Ball Z, the producers messing the battery, Demon King for messing around the name, and certainly more. Yeah, all of these franchises literally mess up quick, and producers should be shaming themselves. Like the guy who's collated it, Goku was a kid, 19 years old, when he met Chi-Chi. Yeah. And it's actually true, because I literally see it just the other day. He did literally met Chi-Chi when they were kids, when they were little, when they were younger, when they were little. They actually met. I don't know why they should have had this the Dragon Ball Z collator and used him. They should have had that guy duet or produce whatever to use him for the Dragon Ball Z. This stuff would have been better if it wasn't for these stupid producers, man. These guys should be saying to themselves, man. The collator who is actually going on Dragon Ball Z, because this is really ridiculous. Like, Snowville is messed up. Beta Force is also messed up. This is totally ridiculous. They were actually preteens to like 12 or 13 technically. Goku is actually 12, I think. Yeah, yeah, he is actually 12 because he revealed that he was 12. And truthfully, might he might know. And truthfully, he knows his age because I was very. He knows about his age because. But yeah, the point is, producers is messed up. But yeah, Tucker did that. But look, the point is, the producers literally messed it up, and they should have never done that. They should have watched the whole series. The producer never watched Dragon Ball series story. Yeah, they don't because they should have had a guy who's creator, Akira. He was actually good at what Dragon Ball series. He should have done that, and the movie would have been so much good. And not only that, Avatar, the last Bender, 2010 or 2019. No, not 2019. Sorry, that's another thing I don't like too. Airbender from 2010. I heard a lot of people hate that show, this movie. Not the show, but the movie from Airbender 2010 movie. And I gotta agree with them because one person should have spoke up. Chico Young fan wants Dragon Ball Z, and he told them just yeah, I don't understand why. Like, they should have watched it. They should have, instead of them doing a virtual old series, and that's why people are starting to hate that movie, and it sucks, by the way, now, because they never look at the series up. It's just like Agar the Dragon movie. Like, that's another messed up movie. As a kid, I used to watch it and think it's good, but now I realize that they also mess up because even though the books is actually good, animation is actually good, the comic book is actually good. The same exact thing, not only for Dragon Ball Z, but the last and better. Well, that's another sucks movie. A really quick. They should have done that. They should have had that creator who actually made Dragon Ball Z, and the movie would have been so much good. This is really day with cat when I was 3. This is, you know, they should have had the ideas. Like, give me the ideas. This is the guy who actually create Dragon Ball Z, and you act like the producers act like they don't know Dragon Ball Z, but they simply don't because they never watched it and they want to do their own virtual thing. They totally mess up. I'm gonna be honest, like, and I'm glad one actor actually spoke up because he should have done that a long time ago. You mean Meteor? Yeah, that too. My girl, not comments. You're mispronouncing again. But I agree. Yeah, mate. The actor who plays the Mike has no blades because of the producers, directors, and the MC. This is totally stupid when it comes to Hollywood. Like, I can't believe all these years that I should have noticed that, and you want to treat these actors bad because you don't get. I would never do these edges. I would get them plenty of fights, get them more, get them training, whatever, and then I would have done. When I was producer and one of my friends or folks would have been directors, we would have done differently to get them treat these actors right. And look over the comic book. No, not the comic books, not comments, but the creator looked over the Dragon Ball series. I don't meant comics. I meant series, anime series of Dragon Ball. But I'm serious. Like they should be fired. They should never treat these guys off. Like this is the creation who collates everything. Like they think they own everything. And it was their fault not casting because they're their part as actors used but usually. Yeah. Well, that's the way they are making in the show. The anime shows and they should have watched, and maybe they would have got their parts. But no, producers and cast producers. No, it's not cast producers. Cast director. They should be fired and get somebody else. And actually, really cares about the. This should be actually cares about the franchise and look over that so they can understand about this movie. If you're going to make a franchise like Dragon Ball Z, Power Rangers, other franchises like that, then you should treat these actors respectfully. When it comes to like Spawn, these dumb. Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z, Power Rangers, Snowville, and a few franchises that you should also treat these fans. It's like Marvel's, man. For example, you should have treated these actors very right and look over the show. So you should know that right now. That's actually my advice: is to give them. Is to watch the show, looking on the comic books, look over their franchise, all over that. That is my advice, and I'm gonna give it to them, to these directors and producers. So these people can understand that what we're talking about. Because if you're not gonna make these movies right, and fans will actually ask for or treat these actors right, then the movie would have been sucked by now, and they're not gonna able to work on it because you're dumb decisions like producers and directors from Dragon Ball Z movie involvement. And I'm blaming them for treating these actors white, and treat these actors stupid, poorly. Instead of them get them Blake Center, I would never done that. And that's kind of crazy. It's kind of really dumb. It's really kind of crazy what these directors and producers really did. They should be fired, for my opinion. They should be fired. They should be really exposed what they done, and this should be a lot of trouble what they did. And I wish actors as we literally spoke up a long time ago, because the actors would have been so much exposed what they actually did. For not looking over the franchise, use them, hire the actors, as we gotta wait, and everything. And again, it's totally crazy. All I'm saying is, when companies make promises to us as a kids, as we they literally act like Saban as well. Yes, I agree. They literally were. Same for Hasbro and few other directors and producers. They started to act like Saban too. I don't even like it because they've been so ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. They literally started to act like them because I'm gonna say this multiple times. As all they care about is money. Money. They always care about is money. Because that's not how it works. Like, I understand it is business and people has to work a lot, but least you should do is pay these actors, man, so they don't have to worry about we even know internet have to worry about fans who go on bananas like that, because that's why the show is bad, because of they love, because they want up in their contact. Guapa Goho actually died then, but Kid Go and met him twice. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that he actually died. And he said, I think I seen some of the scenes that he did pass away. And he probably remembered him a couple of times that he got big. Got a couple minutes before starting this podcast. But Saturday's got Doom. We're going to start doing a swing. We're gonna start making a link about Saban Saturday. Just to let you know, we're all invited. You, the movie universe, are invited. So again, why did they did this? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, cause maybe because they wanted to kill for this. I don't know. And I'm really trying to figure out why myself. So that's the point. I seen some of the episodes, but I gotta look at the beginning again. I maybe watching it, but sometimes I keep forgetting. What? I mean, what? But Saban. Yeah, Saturday. Like I said, Saturday we're making a swing about this, about what is going on behind the scenes about Saban. Why we realize that Saban is bad now. So I'm gonna put this weighing on for Saturday about 9 o'clock. Yoki didn't have scars until he went to on the training. Oh, guess you don't know about me. To be honest, I haven't even watched him doing it one time. And I know Boomer, well, Blue here, not have dyed. Yeah, cause her hair is always blue. It's not specifically dyed, but I don't know what her original color is. But I do know it's blue. I do know the character that's a bald. Master Wellesley is also bald. Yeah, he is bald. Cause I remember they never even showed the flashback that he used to have hair back in the day, before. Maybe he was a cool guy back then. I don't know. They never even showed a flashback when he was young. Woo woo. I don't know. We don't know. But my people is that's what I'm going to say right now. I really don't know. Because I haven't watched the whole series about this. Like I said, I only see it happening, but sometimes I keep forgetting. This movie, I hated it myself. I'm gonna be for real honest. I go ahead and watch that because if I did, I'm gonna had to start making a wing about this mess. Because I know I heard a lot of fans like they seen this movie and it totally sucks. So I go ahead and even see that because it would have been worse, and I had to start making a wing about this if I do. Even the movie readers feel the same. Yeah, I bet he does too. I bet he does too. Cause I seen a lot of his videos that he been start making the wings, having the reviews, a lot of that about this whole crazy wackadoodle man. If it was me, I would have done this the same. Hope Planet Hulk is better than this movie. Now I haven't seen that Home Planet Hulk, but I will eventually get to check it out. But I heard today was good, but it's better than even these movies like this movie. Oh, it's the anime series. Okay, never mind. Now I remember this a long time ago that I actually got a DVD with Marbles DVD years ago. Well, that's how Kitsune was born. Oh, so I don't know why. If that's true, then why they should have done in the comic books? Like, if that's the way they made it in the comics, well, I'm curious. Like Planet Hunks or whatever. Planet Hunk. This is really crazy. Like Planet Hunk. Now, I know about all hunks is actually using a bones and on that, but this is crazy. That's the planet that they came. They were Planet Hulk too, but no, it was a scrap. Oh man, that's totally sucks. They should have again. They should have kept it. I don't know why they scrap it, cause it has to be a reason. Even though my bet, I had a friend who's Jewish is actually a Hawks fan. He actually Hawks fan. He's actually a Hawks fan. Hulkster 17. Let me see this. All shows and movies were scrapped. Yeah, I don't like the way. I don't understand why it is scrapped for certain reasons. Like they should have kept it. They should have still used it for certain reasons. Like and it has to be a reason why. But still, it would we would have really loved it if they would have been so scrapped very much. Like everything is canceled. Like based on canceled a lot. it was it was Louis Tournay as well. That's the reason why. Ow. That kinda hurt. Totally. Yeah. I didn't even know, cause they basically even made some water wins a lot. It was a huge one. Oh goodness, man. Oh god, it is always Pacific. You should watch Murray the TV show. It's great. I might check it out. Murray. I might check it out. Cause man, I got a lot of stuff going on here. Besides lots of friends, script, work, everything. And have 5 seasons. If you guys want to check it out, my friends, my Jewish friend, let me send you his thing. So yeah, guys want to check it out? Shout out to him. He's actually a Hulk fan. Uh, go check it out. Go subscribe to him. He's actually a Hulk fan, so shout out to him. And actually, I came to his swings a couple times. If you guys want to subscribe it to him, I came here to send a couple times. Honk. The Red Honk was a huge surprise from a comment. Yeah, it does. Like, I never even seen a comment, but of that, but it's true. It's really fast on how they make it up the development of this character art. Same thing with Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, and everybody else. Marvel characters that Stan Lee created. And even Fantastic Four. Imagine Benny was married to Bruce Banner and have a purple She-Hulk. Yeah, it would be cool if it would be cool if they easily have married. And if they did marry, then it would be her and crazy if they do. It would be really shocked if they do. But eventually, see what they probably would have a baby Norbury, but until then she would have been anger or whatever. Alright. Sky. Ooh. It's Weaver runs everything we know. Yeah. It's revolving everything we know. I didn't have my guitar with me because we're doing a talent set over there in August, so piano was doing that there, and I'm gonna make sure my sell this thing, whatever. That's what I gotta say. Very, very, very the way we're going. Yeah, sorry about this, everybody. I've been really wearing out all day because of the script that I've been working on. Once Upon a Hero, but New Ranger again, and I'm trying to get this thing finished as possible again, and I almost get to the end. Like, all I gotta, I'm almost in the last. I'm in the like the last part of that, so I could literally complete this thing and boom, done. If I could get this thing finished by tonight, then work. I'm still waiting for a Deadpool Reborn show. Nice. And I heard it is good. I heard it is good. Well, I didn't actually see it. Well, I seen the fight scenes, but I heard it that it was good. Even though the Punishments, I did seen it once, and it was really good also. Daredevil. Now, I remember Fox used to make Daredevil back in the day. You mean Born Again? I remember Daredevil used to made by Fox back in the days. Before they bought it, but Iron Fist need a huge reboot. Definitely does. Definitely does. Alright, let's see. Got 2 minutes before I start practicing on. Daredevil. Yeah. And forget me. I can't pronounce what I'm trying to say because I mispronouncing what I'm saying because I must be nervous a lot on this podcast and land on the words what I'm trying to say. Sucks that we never get a sequel. Sorry. Yeah, cause I don't know. There's some lot of people, fans, a lot of behind the scenes going on that why that they never get a sequel because I don't know. They had a reason because it sucks or it has to be something. Maybe they had some reason because the fans hated it or because or what. That's where I'm trying to point out why. I mean, sometimes I agree with them, sometimes I agree that I have disagree with them. That the secretly. Bullseye. Yeah, that never gets old. That never gets old. I love the part 2. That never gets old. And it's been doing ever since. Years ago. That never gets old. Bullseye. Yeah. Alright. I wish I could stay in the room. But I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah. I wish I could stay in it just a little bit. But don't worry, Friday and Saturday, when he comes to Saturday, about what's going on behind the scenes with Saban, we're gonna talk about it. Well, let's get this one more thing before we start ending off. Got less than a few minutes. I feel like this movie is underrated, and it's way more better than Turbo movie and Dragon. Yeah, it's better than this too, cause now I started realize why Turbo movie is such a second half is actually good, but the first half just sucks, and I understand it because JDF is actually the greatest as a movie, as movies. Yeah, a lot of, like, few of the movies that's way better than Turbo, and that we should have got this a long time ago. If they should have worked with it for Dragon Ball Z, evolving, get this created of Dragon Ball, and that. Let's not forget it has music. Yeah, that's one thing that I love about its music. The fight scenes is actually really good at Infant, even though Turbo movie still sucks. But I still love the action of the fight scenes, punch in the face, producing up the fighting of the violence. It's based on martial arts a lot, because that's when we knew all about Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z was martial arts. If you guys know this here, I got Billy Cup. My mom bought it for me. Billy. I should have got Ethan, first of all. Ethan from Dino Thunder. Like, I love Dino Thunder Ethan. Blue Ranger. I should have got Ethan, because Ethan is also my man. Like, I should have got Ethan from Dino Thunder. Even though Mighty Morphin is actually the greatest. Not to mention, Matt Ward is blind, and yet he has special gift and martial arts. We even know so the trick, the master stick, and wait again. He had special gift and martial arts. We even saw the master stick, who's a legendary. Oh my goodness! Yes, I love the part that the boys always know that he learned martial arts. Like, martial arts is very important that these franchises, like Marbles, Power Rangers, Dragon Ball Z, Street Fighters, Mortal Kombat, or a few other franchises that we absolutely love. G.I. Joe also. Well, let's see. Alright, we're about to end this. Alright, we're about to end this podcast. Even though I gotta go to work tomorrow. We're about to end this podcast. Thanks for you guys for watching my channel for not watching them. Thanks for watching my podcast. You guys are the greatest. Reason why you guys are the greatest because you support my here's content of anyone else. Let's see who's next in there. Let's get the shout out to the two butters again. We got one butter there. Let's get this one more comment before we start waving. The most iconic of this character, are the same people who hates on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. I didn't even notice that. Well, even though it has some bad parts for the old movie, but the Teenage Ninja Turtles movie is actually kind of good. It's even better than the Turbo movie. Well, Weeza's not better than the Turbo movie. I must be saying that. Let's shout out to Dark Biker Warrior. We got the two brothers again. Shout out to him to come under my swing. Shout out to Sky Doom. Thank you for dropping one in there. Saturday we might do the bond again, cause we do know the truth. And shout out to him, Freddy at Garden Squad Craftsman. Shout out to him too. Shout out to everybody because you guys are the greatest. Because you guys are the greatest. I'm to support my Heroes podcast in all times. And before we go, and we know what time it is. It's Morphin time! Tyrannosaurus! Ha! 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 Yeah, the reason why I'm doing this because we're doing it for JDF. Also, his legacy of the Pine Mighty Morphin Green Ranger. And the reason why we're doing this is we care about the fans of CGO of Raspo, last CGO of all times, Brian Gordon, Walt Disney, Junior also too, and also the credit for who Marvel's Legend of all times, Snail Hill, and also Stan Lee, and also shout out to him again. Shout out to School Doom. I'm gonna give him a wee shout out. A lot of shout outs, a lot too. Shout out to him. The reason why you guys are the greatest because you guys support my year's content for yourselves. Even though you guys are great, we will get more special news. Even though my script will be completely finished by tonight or tomorrow, this time. So you better hopefully you're gonna be very excited about these martial arts. Cause speaking of martial arts, this is for you. This is the reason why we get the fans what we want because we inspired by JDFs. That's why we started this podcast, doing this community. If we get MGM and Paramount work together to run short films, it's gonna be a biggest hit for a lot of fans. It's gonna be hypered up. So, right there. That is it for this episode of 26, season 4, Money Heroes podcast. See, next episode of 27. We're about to be on Friday. This will be really excited about it. So this will be really great about it. And I'll catch you guys weighing on. And just remember, be strong, believe in yourself, and prepare for battle. And I'll see you guys next time. Next episode of 27 of Money Heroes. Catch you guys, Ranger.